At left field, number 6, Malia Saucedo. At shortstop, number 3, Kelsey Bodan. At first base, number 13, Alexa Lanabus. And at second base, number 7, Mackenzie King. Your flex player, number 19, Kaylee Crutchfield. Your head coach for LSU-Eunice is Andy Lee, assisted by Logan Hebert and Stephen Swallow. Your starting lineups for Jones Bobcats. At center field, number 23, Keisha Lofton. At shortstop, number 14, Taylor Murray. And at third base, number 16, Emily Robinson. At second base, number 12, Callie Venable. The DP, number 20, Hallie Donald. First base, number 24, McKenna Sykes. Catching behind the plate, number 13, Bailey Gilbert. At right field, number 18, Gracie McCleskey. At left field, number 1, Simone McKinney. Pitching in the circle for the Bobcats, number 7, Carly Perk. Head coach is Chris Robinson. Associate head coach Bob Harrington and assistant coach Katie Durham. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your hats for our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Let's play ball.
This broadcast on letsgoicctv.com is presented by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Food Giant, the Sonic of Fulton, your Etowah County Farm Bureau agent Joey Cox, the ICC BSU, Bank of Okolona, Legend Sports Grill, the ICC Wesley Foundation, Choice Pawn, Kegel Eye Center, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the ICC Alumni Association, and the ICC Foundation.
Need money now? Get a Choice Pawn loan on things you already own, like guns, boats, campers, trailers, recreational vehicles, and just about everything else. Get a loan from Choice Pawn in Fulton and Tupelo. Get cash today. ChoicePawn.com.
At Food Giant, serving you is our #1 priority. We offer the freshest produce, highest quality meats, tasty baked goods, and the best meats and cheeses in our deli department. At Food Giant, you'll always find a staff member eager to help you find exactly what you need. Freshness, variety, value. Shop Food Giant today with several locations in North Mississippi.
You could say it's about the clubs. You could say it's about the ball. You could even say it's about the course or the weather. But what it really comes down to is consistency and hard work. Over and over and over again. At Renaissance, we understand consistency. We understand hard work. Most importantly, we understand you. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
Gotta be hoops and wings.
Nah, subs.
Wings all day.
How about a sub?
Dude, wings.
Nah.
Really?
Gotta have ice cold Coke.
I'll drink to that. Now that's how it's done.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, out to the region championship game here between Jones and LSU-Eunice. Eunice will be the visitors on the scoreboard. Jones will be the home team. Of course, Jones comes in with the winner's advantage, having to be defeated twice in the tournament in order to lose the championship. And this is going to be the Renaissance Bank opening pitch coming your way, and it's early at 12:58. That's a 12:58 Renaissance Bank opening pitch. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. RenaissanceBank.com. So that first pitch goes for a ball. This is Carly Perk at the plate. This is going to be DeBurge batting for Eunice. We do apologize for any streaming issues that go on right now as it's bouncing in and out, as we've got over 4,000 people on campus today with the first of 2 graduations this afternoon. And we do want to extend a congratulations to all of our graduates this year and those that may not decide to walk but will be moving on to a 4-year school as well. So 2-1 now is the count to DeBarge, excuse me, as that pitch missing. 2-2 now is the count. Now, if there is continued issues throughout the day here with the stream, which it appears to be dropping on and off again, we will put this game on in its entirety on YouTube as soon as possible, so those fans can come back and watch it there. That pitch is across for a strike. Strike 3 is the call there. The first Renaissance Bank strikeout of the day going to Perk. And 1 out now, and this is going to bring up Carpenter to the plate for Eunice.
Number 4, Hannah Carpenter.
Carpenter stands in, takes that pitch for a strike. She is the number 2 batter in the lineup here. Top of the first, no score between Eunice and Jones County. Both these teams already punched their ticket to next week's national tournament. That'll be going on in Clinton, as this pitch fouled out of play, and 0-2 now is the count here to Carpenter. So we do want to wish the best of luck to Jones and LSU-Eunice next week. Of course, now on the Red Channel, we'll be in LSU-Eunice with the baseball team, as they will be traveling to Eunice for the region tournament. ICC will face Meridian at 12 o'clock on Wednesday in the opening round of the Region 23 tournament there. So 1-2 now is the count to Carpenter. Awaiting the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. So back-to-back strikeouts for Carly Perk. 2 away now. This is going to bring up Donaldson to the plate with 2 outs and nobody on here for Eunice. So Donaldson batting in that 3 spot. Getting set to take on Perk. That pitch across for a strike. 0-1 now is the count here on Donaldson. So Carly Perk doing what she does well, getting ahead of the batters early. And it's finished off the first 2. 1 looking, 1 swinging on a strike. That pitch across for a strike as well. 0-2 now is the count. Well, you can kind of see some of the traffic behind us here at the ballpark out there in center field. We'll go to the wide shot as you see some of the people starting to leave campus. So we hope the stream will pick up as people begin to leave. Swing and a miss for strike 3. 3 straight strikeouts there for LSU-Eunice by Carly Perk to start the ball game after 1 complete after the top of the first. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on Let'sGoICCTV.com.
I could get the extra most bestest with the most cheese and the most pepperoni for $6. Or I could get a pizza with less toppings for more money.
Get the most cheese and most pepperoni for the nation's best price. Little Caesars large $6 extra most bestest.
Pizza, pizza.
The longer a person has diabetes, the more likely they are to develop diabetic retinopathy. If left untreated, diabetic retinopathy can lead to blindness. That's why it's important for diabetics to have a comprehensive eye examination with dilation once a year. I'm Dr. Laurie Cagle of Cagle Eye Center in Fulton. We offer comprehensive eye exams to provide diagnosis and treatment of various eye diseases. Browse our large selection of frames available in prescription and non-prescription. Call to schedule your appointment today at Cagle Eye Center in Fulton.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set now to move to the bottom of the first inning. Scoreless here in the first inning between Jones and LSU-Eunice, and we do hope that we're starting to see the stream pick up a little bit more. As we said, upwards, if not more than 4,000 people on campus right now with the first graduation of the day, so we do apologize for any dropping that occurs during the live stream here, as it is struggling due to the excessive cell phone traffic here on campus. This is Lofton at the plate. She is facing Crutchfield, as Lofton, Murray, and Robinson do up here in the bottom of the first. Lofton shows bunt, pulls back, takes it for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. Of course, if LSU-Eunice finds a way to win the first game of the day, then we would have a second game coming your way here on Let'sGoICCTV.com. And that's going to hit Lofton, so Lofton will get the pass. And that is going to be a tough start to the contest there, because Lofton's somebody you want to try to keep off the bases if you're Eunice, as Lofton is extremely quick. And now this is going to bring up the shortstop Murray to the plate for Jones. Scoreless here, bottom of the first, game one of possibly two this afternoon here in Fulton. Runner goes, Lofton goes, and she gets it easy over to second base with the steal. Yeah, it's just one of those, really and truly, you want to hold on to the ball when Lofton tries to steal, because she is quick. As she gets there in a hurry, you don't want to let the ball get away and possibly to the outfield to allow her to free pass to third. Bunt is laid down. It's going to be a beautiful bunt. Only one play, and that's over to first. And that sacrifice bunt successful that time by Murray, as the runner was able to advance to third in Lofton. 2-3 on the putout of Murray on that sacrifice bunt. That sacrifice bunt being brought to you by the ICC Baptist Student Union, reminding you of the ultimate sacrifice paid for our sins. Now this is going to be Emily Robertson at the plate. The third baseman will dig in, takes that first pitch for a strike. So 0-1, runner at third. There's a ground ball at the middle, and that's going to score a run. 1-0, Jones takes the lead. Looking back at on the Little Caesars instant replay, a nice hit right back up the middle. Diving effort by the second baseman. Couldn't get to it, and 1-0 now. Jones takes the lead. So an RBI single there for Robinson, and that scores Lofton. So this will bring up the second baseman, Callie Venable, to the plate. Callie takes that pitch across for a strike. So Venable, the second baseman, the fourth batter here in the bottom of the first. Jones strikes quickly here, 1 out, and they lead it 1-0. That pitch up high for a ball. Robinson over at first base, and this is a 1-1 count now on Venable. Yesterday was Callie's birthday, and pretty good birthday present there as you help your team advance to the national tournament. And you got to think these are two of the top teams in the country that will probably have a chance to play for the national title, and that's going to be a single by Venable. So back-to-back base hits now for Jones. So take a look at that on the Little Caesars instant replay. And runners on first and second. And this will bring up Hallie Donald, the DP. Donald came in and pitched well for Jones last night in that game that went 10 innings. What an epic game that was, in a game of ebb and flow throughout. Eunice was one strike away from winning that game. Then Jones turned around, one strike away from winning that game. And we had back-to-back home runs, a 2-run shot, a solo shot. As the home plate umpire calling time, it looks like something has flown up and gotten his eye. And most definitely not what you want for the home plate umpire is to have something in his eye. Or it could give fans an excuse to get in his ear a little bit more when he starts making questionable calls. If he starts making questionable calls, let me say that. Crutchfield, nice rise ball. Swung on a miss that time by Donald. 1-1 now is the count here on the DP. Runners on first and second. Jones leading this game 1-0. That pitch missing low. Ball gets away and the runners will be able to advance. Couldn't really find the ball as like it might have been kicked around a second by the catcher or either the home plate umpire where it deflected off their foot. Runners were able to advance though. And so now runners on second and third for Jones with 1 out. And a base hit here could be really big for Jones early on. 1-0 is your score. Runners in scoring position. And pretty big gap out there in left center. If Donald could poke one out there over the head of the shortstop, that would surely score both. So waiting the 2-1 offering here from Crutchfield. Pitch on its way. Ground ball to the shortstop. That's going to score 1 run, and that will get the out over at first. But it does make it a 2-0 score now in favor of Jones with 2 outs in the inning, an RBI for Donald. And now this will bring up Sykes for Jones. 2-0 is your score, 2 outs and a runner at third. That pitch high for a ball. 1-0 is the count here to Sykes. An absolute beautiful day here at the ballpark. Not as big crowds as we've seen, as anticipated. As that pitch missing outside, 2-0 goes the count. We had some great crowds, great numbers with people tuning in. Over 4,000 people tuning in last week for the state tournament. Expect those numbers to kind of reflect themselves here for the region tournament. Ground ball to third baseman, scooped up, throws over in time. And that will get out of the inning with minimum damage done. But Jones does score 2. They take a 2-0 lead. We'll take a break and be back with the top of the second right after this on Let'sGoICCTV.com.
What if Mississippi's community and junior colleges didn't exist? You'd see a much different Mississippi, one without these degrees. And the jobs that come from them. One where many would fail to get a higher education because affordable community and junior college is their only hope. We're in danger of this happening thanks to state budget cuts. In fact, Mississippi once ranked #1 in America's community and junior college systems. #1. But now has slipped out of the top 10, way out, which is already a consequence of budget cuts. So, what if community and junior colleges didn't exist? If budget cuts continue, we may well find out. Contact your legislator and tell them to support Mississippi's community and junior colleges.
Best tailgate, brisket.
No, real football y pollo asado.
Hoops and wings.
Burgers.
7-layer dip.
Hummus.
What?
You need a hot grill.
And an ice cold Coke.
It's got to be cold.
It's Tailgate 101.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we're just moments away to getting to the top of the second inning here. Perk making quick work of Eunice in the top part of the first. She got back-to-back Renaissance Bank strikeouts for a 3-up, 3-down inning. Then she got a little bit of run support, an RBI single, by Robinson, then a ground out by Donald that pushed across a run, and it's 2-0 now, Jones, as we move to the top of the second inning.
Coming to the plate for LSU-Eunice, number 12, Allie Crooks.
And so this will be the 4, 5, 6 batters due up here for Eunice. Crooks will lead things off. And that pitch across for a strike. So Perk doing a great job of filling up the strike zone. Trying to make quick work of Eunice this afternoon. That pitch up high for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. Once again, if you're watching, we do apologize if there are any technical difficulties throughout the game. As we said, nearly 4,000 to 5,000 people are on campus today with this game, and including graduation, 315 graduating in the first session today, and another 315, 330 should be graduating at the 3 o'clock session. So a lot of cell phone traffic in this general area, and of course we run off our wireless card, so it is kind of jamming some of the cell service here at the ballpark. 2-2 now is the count here to Crooks. She's leading off the inning here. Crooks, Becknell, and Saucedo due up. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Well, she's seen 4, and she has struck out 4. And now this will bring up Becknell to the plate with 1 out and nobody on here.
Number 23, Casey
in
Becknell.
The top of the second inning. That pitch up high and outside for a ball. 1-0 is the count. Well, both these teams have already punched their ticket to the national tournament, so this game, I hate to say this game doesn't really mean anything, but in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't. You got to think with Jones being ranked number 4, LSU-Eunice being ranked number 2, they'll both be a top 5 seed along with Des Moines, Iowa in next week's World Series. As that pitch right down the middle, 2-1 now is the count. If anything, you get a little bit of bragging rights. You will get the pride of being the Region 23 tournament champion. But with both teams already in the national tournament, you don't figure you're going to see a whole lot of, I wouldn't say effort, but, you know, the focus is on that national crown as to this region tournament. So waiting the 2-2 pitch here. Swung on and missed for strike 3. There is another strikeout for Carly Perk, and that is 5 Renaissance Bank strikeouts in a row.
Number 6, Malia Saucedo.
Well, right now you got to worry about Jones infield getting bored. So now this will be Saucedo coming to the plate. Looks at that pitch low for a ball. So I don't know if Eunice right now has really put a solid bat on the ball. Maybe a couple of foul balls, but other than that, it's just been swings and misses. Good locations, nothing fancy out of the hand of Perk. That pitch missing high, 2-0 now is the count. Saucedo, the number 6 batter, 2 outs in the inning, nobody on here. Top of the second. Swung on and missed on the rise ball. 2-1 now is the count to Saucedo. 2-0 is your score. The first of a possible 2 games. Eunice would have to win the first game to force the second here in the region championship. Swing and a miss. A little late on that pitch that time, and now the count goes 2-2 after Perk fell behind 2-0. So Carly Perk trying to strike out the first 6 she sees. This ball fouled off, bounced off the pole and out of play, and will stay at 2-2. That's a good point, Bronson. As I said, you always come to the ballpark and see something for the first time. Well, haven't seen that before. 2-2 pitch coming. She committed. Ball gets away, and she is not paying attention, and that will be a throw down to complete the strikeout. So that will retire the side there. 6 strikeouts for Carly Perk. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on Let'sGoICCTV.com.
This broadcast on Let'sGoICCTV.com is presented by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Food Giant, the Sonic of Fulton, your Etowah County Farm Bureau agent Joey Cox, the ICC BSU, Bank of Okolona, Legend Sports Grill, the ICC Wesley Foundation, Choice Palm, Kegel Eye Center, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the ICC Alumni Association, and the ICC Foundation.
At Food Giant, serving you is our #1 priority. We offer the freshest produce, highest quality meats, tasty baked goods, and the best meats and cheeses in our deli department. At Food Giant, you'll always find a staff member eager to help you find exactly what you need. Freshness, variety, value. Shop Food Giant today with several locations in North Mississippi.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set to move to the bottom of the second inning. It's 2-0 Jones, and Carly Perk putting on quite the show. She has faced 6 batters, has struck out all 6 of those. And so now to be the 7th, 8th, 9 batters due up. Gilbert, McCleskey, and McKinney due up here for Jones.
Bailey Gilbert.
So Gilbert catching here, batting in that number 7 slot. Takes a look at that pitch high for a ball. This is Crutchfield that's in the circle, getting the start here for Eunice. And that pitch inside corner, a beautiful pitch for a strike. 1-1 now is the count here on Gilbert. So it was an RBI single by Robinson and a ground out by Donald that pushed across a run. That's the difference offensively for Jones. Defensively, it's just been the Carly Perk show. She has faced 6 and has struck out 6. Renaissance Bank is loving her today as she is getting plenty of advertisement on the show. That pitch up high, and now the count goes 3-1. So Gilbert trying to get the bat started here for Jones in the second. They already lead it 2-0. And there's ball 4. So that'll be the first walk of the game. And it's issued by Crutchfield to Gilbert. And this will bring up the right fielder, McCleskey.
Gracie McCleskey.
So McCleskey will dig in here. Once again, we do welcome those that are watching on Let'sGoICCTV.com. We do apologize for any issues that may occur or were occurring earlier due to the large amount of people on campus taking up the bandwidth of the cell service. And hopefully with the graduation kind of out of the way now and a lot of those people leaving, it will free things up here to be able to broadcast this one smoothly for the remainder of this one. Of course, the next graduation coming your way at 3 o'clock here in Fulton. Is that pitch low for a ball. 2-0 now is the count. If there does continue to be problems, this game will be archived on YouTube, so we'll try to bring that your way today as that pitch is across for a strike. 2-1 is the count. But if things go smoothly, we'll try to get that up next week with the other games here from the tournament. That pitch up high. 3-1 now is the count here to McCleskey. So 3-1 is the count. Crutchfield getting set to deliver. And that pitch up high, and that's going to go for ball 4. So back-to-back walks to start the inning here. And this will bring up the number 9 batter, McKinney. So the catcher and second baseman coming up to kind of just issue a few words of encouragement to Crutchfield. Get her to settle down a little bit here as she has walked the first 2 batters. So a brief meeting in the circle was broken up by the home plate umpire, and now this is going to bring up the left fielder, McKinney.
McKinney.
So runners on first and second with no outs here. Bottom of the second. 2-0 is the lead for Jones. They are the home team in this game. That pitch looked pretty good, but high and outside for a ball. 1-0 now is the count. So 1-0 is the count here to McKinney. Crutchfield in the circle. Shows bunt, takes that on the corner for a strike. 1-1 now goes the count here to McKinney. Lofton is on deck. She was hit by a pitch, stole a base, and scored a run in her first at bat for the Bobcats. So the 1-1 pitch coming. Show bunt. Oh, just missing outside. 2-1 now goes the count. So Crutchfield struggling a little bit to find the strike zone. Waiting the 2-1 pitch here from Crutchfield. Bunt is laid down, but it's going to go foul. So now to be 2-2. McKinney tried to stretch out and get that one that was out of the strike zone, but couldn't quite get the bunt down in fair territory. So now 2-2 is the count here to McKinney. McKinney, the number 9 batter in the lineup, will go back to the top of the lineup. After this, 2-2 is the count. No outs. Runners on first and second. Ground ball slapped in. Oh, off the hand of the Jones coach and the third base umpire. So some of the players can get after coach after that one. 2-2 stays the count after that foul ball here to McKinney. That pitch missing low and outside. 3-2 now goes the count. Really no place to put her in this situation. I mean, there is. You can put her on first. You just don't want to load the bases with no outs with the top of the lineup coming up here for Jones. And there's ball 4. So bases are loaded now after back-to-back walks from Crutchfield. And trouble here is now the strong part of the lineup due up here. And it looks like we may have a pitching change coming up for Eunice as Coach Lee is making his way out to the circle. Crutchfield kind of struggling a little bit, trying to find that strike zone. Let's step away. We'll come back with more right after this.
Need money now? Get a Choice Pawn loan on things you already own, like guns, boats, campers, trailers, recreational vehicles, and just about everything else. Get a loan from Choice Pawn in Fulton and Tupelo. Get cash today. ChoicePawn.com.
Well, no change made for Eunice as the coach came out and just a quick few words of encouragement for his freshman pitcher. And so now it'll be Lofton at the plate. And with bases loaded and no outs here, so Jones can really get something going here in the bottom of the second to open this one up. That pitch across for a strike. Good job by Crutchfield coming back and attacking the zone. Infield's in slightly. Third base coming in. The corner's coming in as that pitch outside. 1-1 now is the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Crutchfield sets to deliver. This pitch fouled off and over the dugout. And 1-2 now goes the count here on Lofton. She was hit by a pitch, stole a base, and scored a run in her first at bat to start the bottom of the first. So waiting the 1-2 offering here. Pitch is inside. Oh, good looking pitch there. Just could not get that inside corner. Good looking pitch. Thought that was strike 3. But instead now the count goes 2-2 here to Lofton. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Pitch coming. Ground ball to the shortstop. It's going to go to third. Gets 1. So they do get the force. As that was a tough play on the high hopper there.
Number 14.
As let's look at that on the Little Caesars instant replay. Actually didn't hit 20 seconds instead of 10 seconds on that replay. There's a high hopper to the shortstop, 6-5 on the fielder's choice. And a double steal. So now runners at second and third in this situation. Second stolen base. So that pitch across for a strike. 1-1 is the count. 3-0 is the score. As a run did score on that fielder's choice from third. So that was an RBI for Lofton. Ground ball. Throw over to first is in time. And once again a run scores on the ground ball. Score that one 6-3 on the putout. An RBI for Murray. As that scores McKinney. The runner does advance to third.
Emily Robinson.
And so now it's 4-0. As Robinson looks at that pitch. Outside for a ball. So another crooked letter on the board here for Jones. See if they can pick up a 2-out hit here. As that pitch up high for a ball. You got to think if Crutchfield can get out of this situation with only 2 runs scored after having bases loaded with no outs, could be somewhat of a moral victory for Crutchfield as that pitch finds that outside corner. 2-1 now is the count. So Robinson looks at that pitch for strike 2. Beautiful pitch. Crutchfield may be wondering where that was at against Lofton. But instead now is working with a 2-2 count here to Robinson. So Robinson waiting the pitch. And that one just missing low. Good location. Just couldn't quite get it up high enough for strike 3. 3-2 now is the count. Robinson had an RBI single in her first at bat. Pops this one back and will stay there. That one flies over the top of us here in the ICC Foundation broadcast booth. Remind you, if you would like to contribute to Itawamba Community College in any way, you can visit iccms.edu/foundation. That's iccms.edu/foundation. And this pitch popped up. Center fielder is going to go back and juggles the catch and holds on to it. Nearly dropped that one out in center field, but a good job by DeBarge, able to hold that one on and collect the final out of the inning. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on Let'sGoICCTV.com. 4-0 Jones with the lead.
When I was looking for a college back in the day, you know, I'm from Amory, Mississippi, just 30 minutes down the road, and I'm a homebody, and I had to commute, and I said, I need to go to a college that's not too far from home. And I heard of ICC. And once I stepped on campus, I knew this is the junior college I need to be at. I didn't think of another college. I said, this is it. When I stepped on campus, the atmosphere, it just was drawn to me. And I felt like this is where I belong. I belong here at Itawamba Community College. Because at that moment, I knew this is the best junior college on the planet. This is where I need to be. This is where I was planted. And that's why I am what I am today, because of Itawamba Community College.
At Food Giant, serving you is our #1 priority. We offer the freshest produce, highest quality meats, tasty baked goods, and the best meats and cheeses in our deli department. At Food Giant, you'll always find a staff member eager to help you find exactly what you need. Freshness, variety, value. Shop Food Giant today with several locations in North Mississippi.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we move to the top of the 3rd inning. 4-0 is the lead in favor of Jones. It's been the Carly Perk show so far, as Carly has faced 6 batters, has struck out all 6 that she has seen so far. And so it'll be the 7, 8, 9 batters. Bowden, Lonibus, and King. I'm guessing is how you say the number 8 batter. I'll apologize if I am saying that wrong. So Bodan.
Kelsey Bodan
will lead things off here for Eunice. Eunice, as we said, looking for their first hit of the day, as they have just been victims of strikeout after strikeout after strikeout. That pitch missing low. 1-0 is the count here to Bodan. So 1-0 is the count. That pitch missing outside. 2-0 now is the count here to Bodan. That pitch missing outside. So after 6 quick strikeouts, making quick work of Eunice in the first 2 innings. Now, Perk is kind of struggling here, behind the count 3-0. And Bodan looks at that one right down the middle, taking the whole way there. 3-1 now is the count. Don't know if you're Eunice, if you get ahead in the count 3-0, if you just don't think about swinging at a 3-0 pitch, try to break up some of the momentum. And there is the first base runner of the day as that pitch missing low for ball 4. Breaks up the perfect game for Perk. And now this will be Lonibus coming to the plate. So Lonibus batting in that 8th spot with a runner on first and no outs. That pitch across for a strike. 4-0 is your score. Jones with the lead after 2 runs in the first, 2 runs in the second. Eunice trying to scratch across the run here in the top of the 3rd. That pitch high and outside. 1-1 now is the count. King is on deck for Eunice. So waiting the 1-1 pitch. It's missing low, and now Perk, after dealing well through the first 2 innings, struggling here. And Jones is going to walk out real quick and have a word with Perk here and maybe just kind of tighten some bolts. So looks like some pretty firm words for Perk there. Maybe just saying throw the ball. So that's kind of what she was doing to start with. Wasn't doing anything fancy, or she was just hitting her spots and locating well and changing up her speeds. So now 2-1 is the count here to Lonibus. And called that one low. So all of a sudden the strike zone is tightened up here on Carly Perk. So now the count goes 3-1. And there's ball 4. Well, all of a sudden the strike zone has disappeared. It did so in the bottom of the second after 3 straight walks issued by Crutchfield. And now the strike zone that was very generous to start the ball game is about the size of a softball right now. So this is going to bring up King. And so a big opportunity here for LSU-Eunice to start getting back in this contest. They trail 4-0. So that pitch across for a strike, but they do have runners on first and second with no outs. Top of the 3rd. King, the number 9 batter. Then we'll go to DeBarge, who led things off back about the 12:58 mark. So waiting the 0-1 pitch here. That pitch missing low. 1-1 now is the count. Once again, looks like we do have a good feed going right now, but if we do start dropping the feed, we do apologize, as we had over 4,000 people on campus with the first graduation of the day, and expecting as we get closer to that 3 o'clock hour, once again, to kind of have a few problems there as that pitch misses low 2-1. But yeah, we expect to see a few more problems once we get it closer to that 3 o'clock graduation time. If you're looking for the graduations today, they will be on the Blue Channel. So 2-1 now is the count. Pitch coming, that one up high, or actually drops in for a strike. 2-2 now is the count on King. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Runners on first and second here. This pitch fouled out of play and gets over the fence, and we'll stay at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. And swung on and missed for strike 3. That is the 7th Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game for Carly Perk, and we go back to the top of the lineup.
Number 10, Lexi Joe DeBarge.
And this will be DeBarge coming to the plate. She struck out looking. It looks like that's going to be it for Carly Perk. And so they will have a pitching change. We'll take a break and come back with more right after this on Let'sGoICCTV.com.
Sonic Nights is the highlight of the summer.
Oh, yeah. There's probably some pretty big names here checking out these half-price floats.
Oh, everyone who's anyone is here tonight. Look, there are those 2 guys.
What are they famous for?
Huh. I think for eating here all the time.
Are we good at eating here or what?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, come on.
For a limited time, get real ice cream slushes, shakes, and floats half price after 8 p.m. during Sonic Nights. This is how you Sonic.
Today, you are connected more than ever. Your friends, your family, your life. Having a partner that understands banking is what you do on your time, anywhere you like. It's about being connected, which is easy with convenient locations in your community. Understanding that sometimes you need to speak to real people with real answers. Banking partners with the services you desire, who understand how you want to bank. Renaissance Bank, understanding you.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as this is Hallie Donald taking over in the circle here for Jones. The Bobcats lead it 4-0 with 1 out. Runners on first and second here for Eunice as that pitch high for a ball. 1-0 is the count. So Perk still has a couple of runners on bases before we can close the book on her, but she did have 7 strikeouts against 9 batters faced. That pitch across for a strike. This is DeBarge, who led things off with a strikeout looking. 1-1 now is the count with 1 out. That pitch, just high. 2-1 now is the count. So DeBarge at the plate. There is a runner in scoring position. That's Bodan, who started the inning off with a walk. Fly ball out to center field. Center fielder going right at Lofton. Really just kind of took 2 baby steps back for the putout. And now there's 2 outs in the inning. So a hard hit ball, just couldn't quite square up on it enough.
Carpenter.
And this is going to bring up Hannah Carpenter, who struck out swinging in her first at bat. 2 outs in the inning. Jones looking to get out of this inning with no damage done. Eunice trying to spark a 2-out rally. That pitch missing outside for a ball. 1-0 is the count. This is Donald, who took over for Perk after seeing 9 batters. She struck out 7. The runners on the bases do belong to her right now. This pitch fouled out of play. 1-1 now is the count here to Carpenter. This pitch popped up straight back out of play, and 1-2 now goes the count here to Carpenter. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners on first and second here for Eunice. Looking for a 2-out hit here to extend the inning, maybe even push across the run if they can. 1-2 pitch coming, and that one outside, ball 2. 2-2 now is the count. So waiting the 2-2 pitch here out of Donald. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Another Renaissance Bank strikeout. The first of the game for Donald. As we've played 2.5 here, Jones leads it 4-0. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on Let'sGoICCTV.com.
My name is Ramon Gary. My first experience here was in 1999 to 2001. I was actually here on a basketball scholarship. Just mentally, I don't think I was ready for all the independence that a university may offer someone. So it just kind of gets you prepared. When I left the first time, I continued my basketball career at Delta State University. I was majoring in computers. Once I got probably to my senior year, I didn't really want to do that, but I went ahead and finished that out. And I was talking to a good friend of mine one day, and he mentioned the physical therapy program here. And so I just went and observed some other people in that field, and then I applied, and I got into the program here, and it was like love at first sight. I work at the hospital there in Tupelo. I've been in the acute rehab for 10 years now. You definitely should come to Itawamba or to ICC. Like you said, economically, it makes sense. And then the relationships that you would develop, the friendship, the experience that you develop is priceless.
Number 12, Callie Venable.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Let's move to the bottom of the third inning. It'll be the 4, 5, 6 batters due up here for Jones. Venable, Donald, and Sykes. Venable 1 for 1 on the day. She did have a single but was left stranded in scoring position back in the first. Venable looks at that pitch inside for ball one. So 1-0 is the count here. Venable leading things off in the bottom of the third. Looks at that pitch, high and outside. 2-0 now goes the count. Crutchfield getting the start today. 2-0 is the count. She has struggled a little bit. It's walked 3, he's hit 1. As that pitch across for a strike. She's only given up 2 hits. But Jones has been able to put 2 runs on the board. Or excuse me, 4 runs on the board. I should say 2 runs per inning. So 3-1. So that was called an illegal pitch. 3-0 now is the count. And that's ball 4. So Venable will get the free pass. So far, each inning, Jones has led the inning off with somewhat of a free pass. Back-to-back walks to start the inning. That was a walk to start the third, a walk to start the second. Then it was a hit by pitch to start the first to Lofton. And so a runner at first with nobody out here. Ground ball to the second baseman, and she kind of jams her, but does a good job of finding it quickly. Tosses it over for first to retire Donald. 4-3, but the runner is able to advance into scoring position. So almost as good as a sacrifice bunt there, and a nice play over at second by Eunice. As that kind of took a awkward hop up, and good job on concentrating, getting the ball out quickly. And now this is going to be Sykes at the plate with the runner at second and 1 out. Sykes looks at that pitch low, ball gets away, and the runner will head over to third. So she'll advance on the pass ball, third time today, or second time we've seen a runner be able to advance. The last time 2 runners advanced on 1 pass ball. And so 1-0 is the count. So a base hit here by Sykes or anything hit to the outfield will push across a run as that pitch up high. 2-0 now is the count. Well, as we said, both teams already punched their ticket to next week's national tournament down at Clinton. We do wish the best of luck to Jones and LSU-Eunice in that one. And this is a fly ball out to left field, and that's going to drop for a base hit. And it's going to be a double there for Sykes. And that does push across a run, so 5-0 now is the lead for Jones. Nice job by Sykes. Just didn't quite get enough of it to get it out of the ballpark, but just put it out there and dropped it where nobody was. And Gilbert now will come to the plate with a 5-0 lead in favor of Jones here in the bottom of the third. So a runner in scoring position for Sykes after that double. That pitch missing high and outside, 1-0 now, is this count here to Gilbert. Gilbert walked, scored a run. That was in the second as she led off the inning with that walk. A quick pitch across, 1-1 now is the count. Is that one a fastball for a strike? That pitch inside missing, 2-1 now is the count here to Gilbert. Gilbert is catching for Jones. Time is taken. She has got a tire shoe. So 2-1 now is the count. 1 out. Runner on second here for Jones. And this is a flare out to right field. Right fielder's going to have to go back. Can't get to it. That's going to go for extra bases. They're going to ask Sykes to score. And she will head around and score. And now 6-0, Jones with the lead. Look back at that, back-to-back doubles. And we'll have a pitching change coming up here for Eunice as that drops for a double as you're looking at the Little Caesars instant replay. Let's take a break and hear a word from Little Caesars as we'll be back with more right after this on Let's Go ICC TV.
So you took Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest pizza that has the most cheese and pepperoni at the nation's best price and then stuffed more cheese into the crust?
Yep, it's got 3 feet of cheese stuffed in the crust.
Huh. Adding more more cheese to the pizza with the most cheese. They added more cheese to the pizza with the most cheese. They added more cheese to their pizza with
Poor
the
guy.
most cheese.
Couldn't wrap his mind around all that cheese.
They added.
Get a large Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Stuffed Crust Pepperoni Pizza for $9.
Pizza.
Need money now? Get a Choice Pawn loan on things you already own, like guns, boats, campers, trailers, recreational vehicles, and just about everything else. Get a loan from Choice Pawn in Fulton and Tupelo. Get cash today. ChoicePawn.com.
And we do have a Choice Pawn pitching change here. Heidi Zumo will come in to replace Crutchfield. 6-0 is the lead. Jones in control of this one. 1 out and a runner on second. That's Gilbert, who just had an RBI double. Back-to-back doubles. And this is a deep fly ball, left field, and goodbye. A 2-run home run on the first pitch that McCleskey sees, and she parks that one, a no-doubter out there in left field. And that's a 2-run shot there for McCleskey. See that one jump off the bat there. And a 2-run home run there makes it 8-0 now. That one just took off. So now this will be McKinney, the number 9 batter, coming up. She walked and scored a run after stealing a base. So that's a 4 spot on the board here in the bottom of the third. Jones with the lead. If they can hold this 8-0 lead, they can take care of business a little early today. But Eunice going to try to fight back in this one. That pitch missing outside for a ball. 2-0 now is the count. And that pitch missing high. 3-0 now is the count. Zumo seemed to be a little bit rattled after giving up that home run on the first pitch she tossed. As McCleskey was looking for a fastball, and she got it and delivered. And that pitch right down the middle. Good job by Zumo to battle back and find the zone there. 3-1 now is the count. So 3-1 is the count. 1 out. Nobody on here. And that's going to be ball 4. Second time today that McKinney has reached on a walk, and we'll go back to the top of the lineup now with Lofton.
Number 23.
Lofton is 0 for 1. She reached on a fielder's choice, did drive in a run in her previous at-bat. She also stole her second base of the game. She was hit by a pitch and scored a run back in the first. So Lofton at the plate, runner at first with only 1 out here in the bottom of the third. That pitch across for a strike. So 0-1 is the count with 1 out. That pitch high and outside. 1-1 now is the count here to Lofton. One pitch, Lofton, no, just foul. If that was going to be down, that was, you were going to get to see how fast McKinney was, because Lofton was going to try to catch her. As that one was down to the corner, about 2 foot foul. So it goes nothing for an exciting strike there. 1-2 now is the count here to Lofton. That pitch change up, bounces across for a ball. 2-2 now is the count here to Lofton with 1 out. Runner at first. That's McKinney, who walked in her previous at-bat, or her last at-bat before this one, I should say. She's walked twice today. Ground ball is going to get through for a base hit out to left field. So the first hit of the day for Lofton with only 1 out in the inning. This is going to bring up Murray, who is 0 for 1. She had a sacrifice bunt in her first at-bat and then an RBI ground out. And so she'll dig in here with 1 out, runners on first and second. And that's a lot of speed on the bases right now for Jones. Beautiful pitch from Zumo. Curves right back in there for a strike. 0-1 now is the count here to Murray. Waited on the changeup, fouled that one back and out of play. 0-2 is the count. Good pitch there by Zumo. Kind of caught Murray off guard. Did a good job of finding a piece of it to foul it back. So 0-2 is the count. This pitch popped up. Second baseman drifting over in the dirt in near foul territory. Will squeeze it for the putout. I'm going to call it infield fly rule there, but we'll just call it a pop-up to second for the putout. Second out of the inning now. This is going to bring up Robinson.
Emily Robinson.
Robinson in her first at-bat had an RBI single. Looks at that pitch. Across for a strike. She also scored a run in her first at-bat. She flew out to center field to end the second. Trying to avoid that here in the bottom of the third. Jones has hung a 4 spot on the board. And that pitch in the dirt for a ball. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Robinson rips one past the third baseman. Going to ask the run to score from second, and she will with ease. And so the hits just keep continuing here for Jones. That's another RBI single. As 9-0 now is your score. McKinney comes around to score. Lofton stayed at second. And now this will bring up Venable to the plate. Venable is 1 for 1 with a single. She walked, scored a run. It's that pitch in the dirt for ball 1. So 9-0 is your score here in the bottom of the third with 2 outs. A clutch 2-out hit there by Robinson, pushed across McKinney to make it a 9-0 lead. Venable lines one to the second baseman, and she was able to glove it for the putout to finally end the inning. But Jones does some damage there. They hang 5 on the board. We're going to take a break and be back with more right after this on Let'sGoICCTV.com.
This broadcast on Let'sGoICCTV.com is presented by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Food Giant, the Sonic of Fulton, your Etowah County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, the ICC BSU, Bank of Okolona, Legend Sports Grill, the ICC Wesley Foundation, Choice Palm, Kegel Eye Center, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the ICC Alumni Association, and the ICC Foundation.
At Food Giant, serving you is our #1 priority. We offer the freshest produce, highest quality meats, tasty baked goods, and the best meats and cheeses in our deli department. At Food Giant, you'll always find a staff member eager to help you find exactly what you need. Freshness, variety, value. Shop Food Giant today with several locations in North Mississippi.
Best tailgate, brisket.
No, real football y pollo asado.
Hoops and wings.
Burgers.
7-layer dip.
Hummus. What?
You need a hot grill.
And an ice-cold Coke.
It's got to be cold.
It's Tailgate 101.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head now to the top of the 4th inning. 9-0 Jones with the lead after hanging a 5 spot on the board in the bottom of the 3rd inning. So Jones trying to cruise to that region championship and pick up a little bit of momentum heading into the region tournament, or excuse me, the World Series, I should say, next week in Clinton.
Number 9, Angela Donaldson.
So this will be Donaldson, Crooks, and Becknell due up here, the 3-4-5 batters, all strikeout victims of Carly Perk. Time is taken here as the center fielder having to tie her shoe. You know, it's the 3rd time we've seen a player have to stop play to tie their shoes today. So it looks like we'll be ready to go here. This is Donald in the circle for Jones. And swing and a miss there by Donaldson. As we said, Donaldson struck out swinging in her first attempt, and that was to end the first as Carly Perk came out grooving as she struck out her 6 first batters that she saw, and this pitch popped up. Third baseman calling everyone off, and will squeeze it for the putout for out number 1. So that was Robinson
Allie Crooks
making the play there, and this will bring up Crooks, the number 4 batter. And she struck out swinging in her first at bat. That pitch missing low and outside. 1-0 now is the count. So 1-0, 1 out, nobody on. That pitch on that inside part of the plate, good for a strike. 1-1 now is the count here to Crooks. So we're winning the 1-1 offering here. That pitch up high, 2-1 now is the count to Crooks. So the 2-1 pitch coming, swung on and missed. 2-2 now is the count here to Crooks, chasing a ball in the dirt that time, just couldn't come up with it. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, and nobody on here for Eunice in the top of the 4th. And that pitch missing low and outside. 3-2 now goes the count here to Crooks. So Crooks trying to find a way on base, whether it be a hit or a walk. 3-2 pitch coming. This pitch popped back out of play, and we'll do it all over again. That pitch popped over the top of us here in the ICC Foundation broadcast booth. Remind you, if you'd like to find out more information on the ICC Foundation, visit iccms.edu. That's iccms.edu. And there's strike 3. Got her looking there as Crooks goes down on strikes for the second time today. That is the second Renaissance Bank strikeout of the day for Donald. And with 2 outs in the inning, this will bring up Becknell. As she stands in, looks at that pitch, low for a ball. Becknell struck out swinging for the second out of the second inning. So 1-0 is the count. Donald's pitch up high, 2-0 now goes the count. We're on the top of the 4th. Jones with a 9-0 lead. So winning the 2-0 offering here. And that one missing for a ball. 3-0 now goes the count here to Becknell. Nice day at the ballpark. Temperatures might peak into the 90s today. It was right around 85, 86 when we have that opening pitch today. Is that ball high? And so now a runner at first base with 2 outs. This will bring up Saucedo.
Number 6, Malia Saucedo.
So she will dig in here. She struck out, was tossed out, put out, I should say, after the ball got away 2-3. And that pitch right at the knees for a strike. 0-1 now is the count. Bodan on deck if Saucedo can find her way on. That pitch up high. 1-1 now is the count with 2 outs and a runner on first. Once again, right now, some of the individuals on campus have thinned out, so we've had some pretty good cell service. There's a ground ball right back to the pitcher. Look what I found, and the toss out ends the inning. Let's look at that one on the Little Caesars replay as Donald that time just put her glove down and tosses it over for the putout, and we've played 3.5. Jones leads it 9-0. We'll take a break and hear a few words from our sponsors and be back with more right after this on Let'sGoICCTV.com.
What's better than waiting in line at the bank? Literally everything. Renaissance Bank's mobile check deposit lets you take care of checks wherever you want. Click on Deposit Check in the Renaissance mobile app. Read and hit Continue on the bottom of the notice page. Sign it. Write your name, account number, and for mobile deposit only on the back. Photograph it, front and back, so we know it's real. Type in the amount, choose the account to deposit into, click Continue, and go on your way. You'll receive an email that is being processed, but hold on to the hard copy until the check clears, and then rip it up and throw it away. So what are you waiting for? Download the Renaissance mobile banking app and make waiting in line a thing of the past. Check, phone, check. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Now as we move to the bottom of the fourth inning. This is going to be Jean Trahan coming in to pitch here, and she'll be greeted by Donald, Sykes, and Gilbert. Actually, we do have a new batter in the game as well.
Martin.
So a pitch hitter here, and this is going to be Martin coming into the contest. And Martin looks at that pitch low for a ball. So we imagine we're going to see a lot of different players getting in the game here for both teams. Now that it's somewhat in the bag for Jones, not saying that Eunice necessarily can't rally from this 9-0 deficit, but approaching that run rule late in the contest. And let's be honest with you, if you're Eunice, you're not going to be necessarily heartbroken that you don't win the region championship, because you still have games next week in that World Series. And that pitch inside nearly hits Martin. And now 3-0 is the count. Now, if you are Jones, you do want to go ahead and take care of business today, win that region championship, and head into next week's World Series with a little bit of momentum. And that pitch right down the middle for a strike. 3-1 now is the count. Wind picking up, basically blowing across the field in this situation, almost from left field into the first base dugout. 3-1 pitch coming, and that's going to be ball 4. So the walk issued to Martin by Trahan. We'll see if this will still be another batter coming in.
Nancy Williams.
And so this will be number 19, Williams, coming into bat. So another new batter here. This is a freshman in Williams coming to the plate. She looks at that pitch, ball gets away, and the runner will head to second. So that pitch goes for a ball. Wind shifting a little bit now, blowing into right field from the football field. As that pitch missing low, 2-0 now, is the count here to Williams. So it looks like we are going to see a lot of different batters coming into this situation. It looks like Bailey Gilbert still on deck, though. Swing and a miss, a healthy chop at that one by Williams. So Williams at the plate. Looks at that pitch, a beauty from Trahan. 2-2 now is the count. There's no outs. Runner on second. That's Martin after she walked and advanced on the pitch that got away from the catcher on a outside pitch. And that pitch missing inside. 3-2 now is the count to Williams. So 3-2. Is the count here. Williams awaiting the pitch. Ground ball. Second baseman gets to it. Nice play over there at second. That was a lot more difficult than it looked like on the play there. Runner does advance to third. Second baseman had to reach across her body and kind of throw going sideways, so really didn't have any type of foundation or momentum going towards first base, so that was just pure arm strength that was able to get the ball over there to first in time for the putout. So now with one out and a runner on third, this will be Gilbert. Gilbert looks at that pitch for a strike. She had a double that pushed across a run. She has walked and scored a pair of runs as well. So Gilbert getting it done for the Bobcats here in this championship game. That pitch missing low, 1-1 now is the count. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. That pitch up high for a ball. 2-1 now goes the count. Once again, we do want to apologize if the feed starts dropping out as we get closer to that 3 o'clock hour. We anticipate more people being on campus to kind of break up that cell service that we're streaming off of. That was the problems that we had earlier in the contest. We had upwards of over 4,000 people on campus with the first graduation of 315, if not more, in the first graduation of the day. As that pitch across for a strike, another 300 plus to graduate in the 3 o'clock graduation. So starting to see some of those vehicles come in on campus, so that will start once again kind of messing with our service through our wireless card. This pitch grounded back and will stay at 3-2 here to Gilbert. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Awaiting the 3-2 offering from Trahan. And there's ball 4. And so Gilbert will get her second walk of the game. And this is going to be another batter coming in. This is going to be number 8.
This plate for Jones, number 8, Brianna Hasty.
So Brianna Hasty will come to the plate and batting in this situation. She's batting for McCleskey, who had that 2-run home run in the first pitch she saw from Zumo back in the 3rd inning. McCleskey also walked on the day. So this is Hasty at the plate. That pitch missing for a ball. 1-0 is the count. That pitch up high. 2-0 now is the count here from Trahan. Jones leads it 9-0. There's 1 out. Runners on the corners would like to pick up that insurance run heading into the 5th. That pitch missing low and outside. 3-0 now is the count. So Hasty looking at a 3-0 offering here from Trahan. And it's right down the middle for a strike. 3-1 now is the count. So waiting the pitch here for Hasty, and that 3-1 pitch coming, and it's missing low for ball 4. So now bases are loaded for the Bobcats with 1 out in the inning. And we got another batter coming in. And this is going to be Hasty coming to bat. Actually, that was
number 9, Nadlin Hasty.
Brianna Hastings to come to bat the first time. This is Nadlin Hastings coming to bat here now for Jones in that 9 spot, wearing number 9 on the back of her jersey. So 1 out, bases loaded. And a pop-up here. This is going to be trouble. No, off the glove of the center fielder. DeBarge will try to throw to third, will not be there in time, and the run will score. Well, that was just a tough play out there. I'm going to have to give that a hit because she covered a lot of ground. As, yes, she got to it, but my goodness, I would have been tired halfway there if I had to run that far to catch a fly ball. And so that will drop for a hit, and bases will stay loaded now, and the score is 10-0. And this is going to be Lofton, the leadoff batter here. She did single on her last at bat. As that pitch goes across for a strike. So 0-1 now. And it's across for a strike. I think all of a sudden now this strike zone has opened up a little bit. I think the umpire looked up, saw the situation, and was like, why have I not been calling strikes this entire inning? And as soon as I say that one misses a little bit too far outside to justify for a strike. 1-2 now is the count. That's on me. So 1 out now. Bases still loaded here for the Bobcats. That pitch inside, 2-2. Goes the count here to Lofton. So waiting the 2-2 offering here. And this one's fouled off, and we'll do it all over again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bases loaded here for the Bobcats. They lead it 10-0. So waiting the 2-2 offering here from Trahan. Swung on him, is for strike 3. That is the first time today that a Bobcat has struck out.
Number 14,
And it's the
Taylor
first
Murray.
Renaissance Bank strikeout of the day, and now there's 2. And this is going to be Murray coming to the plate. Murray looking for her first hit. This pop up, and the shortstop will come up and get it to end the inning. So that will end the inning there. Jones does push across a run, so for Eunice, they're going to have to score 3 to extend this contest. If not, Jones will be able to get this one in run rule fashion. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on Let'sGoICCTV.com.
This broadcast on Let'sGoICCTV.com is presented by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Food Giant, the Sonic of Fulton, your Etowah County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, the ICC BSU, Bank of Okolona, Legend Sports Grill, the ICC Wesley Foundation, Choice Pawn, Kegel Eye Center, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the ICC Alumni Association, and the ICC Foundation.
Need money now? Get a Choice Pawn loan on things you already own, like guns, boats, campers, trailers, recreational vehicles, and just about everything else. Get a loan from Choice Pawn in Fulton and Tupelo. Get cash today. ChoicePawn.com.
And welcome back now as we move to the top of the 5th inning. There are a lot of defensive changes here for Jones. It looks like Nancy Williams now is over at first base. Pitcher is still Donald. Let's see who's at second base. That looks to still be Venable at second. Shortstop is Taylor Murray, so that's going to stay the same there. Third baseman now is number 10, Angel Guyton at third base. And I can't see well enough to tell you who's in the outfield. I can tell Lofton's still in the outfield. Maybe McCleskey has came back into right field. And that's McKinney also coming back in left field, I do believe, in that situation there. So as best we can tell, those are your Choice Pawn position changes for Jones, as it'll be Bodan to lead things off here for Eunice. As we said, Eunice needs 3 runs to force this to at least the bottom of the 5th inning. Jones 3 outs away from ending this one early. That pitch across for a strike. 0-1 is the count. Bodan, Lonibus, and King scheduled up here for Eunice. She walked, was left stranded in scoring position in her last at bat. Is that pitch missing? 1 ball, 1 strike. No outs is Bodan leading off. And that one, she does commit to the swing. 1-2 now is the count. Bodan a little upset with herself as she couldn't hold off on that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. No outs. Bodan starting us off this inning. That pitch outside. 2-2 now is the count. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Bodan at the plate trying to guard the dish here. Pitch coming from Donald. Oh, missing low. The way the umpire stood up quickly, thought he was going to call that one strike 3. I think he got halfway up and decided to change his mind. 3-2 now is the count. So Bodan waiting the pitch here. And that's ball 4. Nicely done by Bodan. The second time she has drawn a walk today. And this is going to be Lonibus coming back to the plate. Just trying to make sure that Eunice didn't make any changes. She also walked in her first attempt of the day, as that pitch was up high for a ball. So 1-0 is the count. Lonibus looks at that pitch for a strike. Eunice still looking for their first hit of the day here. So we're in the top of the fifth. They've put now 4 runners on base via walks. This pitch fouled back, and 1-2 now is the count. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs. Runner at first, that's Bodan, who started the inning with a walk. So winning the 1-2 offering here from Donald. And that pitch, fastball low, 2-2 now is the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Runner at first. Eunice got to score 3 to extend this contest. And that pitch missing low, 3-2 now is the count. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Lonibus trying to reach again. She walked in her first at bat, trying to do the same here in her second. And there's strike 3. Runner goes, and she's safe. Ooh, that was close. Almost a strike him out, throw him out situation there. Because that'll be a stolen base for Bodan. See the strikeout there, and an actual tag attempt by the shortstop instead of just letting her slide into the tag. May have gotten her. But either way it goes, that was a strikeout. Runner able to advance. And that pitch across for a strike. So a stolen base for Bodan. Second time today she's been in scoring position. Eunice, as we said, got to push across 3 to extend this contest. Jones trying to end it early here. They're up 10-0. That pitch up high for a ball. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, and a runner on second. That pitch missing low, 2-1 now is the count. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out, runner at second. This is King at the plate. Ground ball, shortstop going to have to hurry. Throw over is in time. Nice stretch over there at first base to dig that one out of the dirt for the second out of the inning. That was Nancy Williams.
Lexi Joe DeBarge
Making the nice play over there at first to dig that one up out of the dirt for out number 2. And now we go back to the top of the lineup now, and this is going to be DeBarge. DeBarge looks at that pitch low for a ball. She's 0 for 2 on the day. Struck out looking, flew out to center. Back in the third. So it's the top of the fifth. Jones 1 out away from winning the Region 23 championship here. That pitch across for a strike, evens the count now at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. A runner at second. 10-0. Jones with the lead. That pitch missing low. 2-1 now goes the count. I'll tell you what, Jones is going to be a formidable foe when you enter that World Series. You got to think you're looking at 2 of the top teams that have a chance to possibly meet for the national championship. As there's a ground ball right back to the pitcher, throw over in time, and that will do it. 1-3 on the final putout of the game, and that will do it as Jones picks up the 10-0 win to earn the Region 23 championship here in Fulton. Your final score, 10-0. Congratulations to Jones County. We wish the best of luck to LSU-Eunice and Jones as they head to next week's World Series. That's going to do it for our broadcast here on Let'sGoICCTV.com. We'll be back here on the Red Channel Wednesday as we travel to Eunice with baseball for the Region 23 baseball tournament there at LSU-Eunice. See you next time, folks, here on Let'sGoICCTV.com.
When I think of potential, I think of a matchstick. When a matchstick reaches its potential, it releases a flame that ignites everything around it. 2018 brings new potential for you and your life at Itawamba Community College, where you are each empowered to do great things. You can be better, accomplish more, and live a life that is above the bar. Your potential is here.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to stay here for the trophy presentation for the Region 23 champions, Jones County, and the runner-ups, LSU-Eunice. As you see, a good sign of sportsmanship there around the circle. Let's take you to the field.
Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to both Jones and LSU-Eunice for making the World Series tournament. Thank both teams for their sportsmanship this weekend. The championship trophy will be presented by Brent Harris, Region 23 Director for the Women's Division. Congratulations to the runner-up, LSU-Eunice.
Thank you.
And congratulations to the Region 23 softball champions, Jones Bobcats. Good luck to both teams in the World Series. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming and have a safe trip home.
This broadcast on Let'sGoICCTV.com is presented by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Food Giant, the Sonic of Fulton, your Etowah County Farm Bureau agent Joey Cox, the ICC BSU, Bank of Okolona, Legend Sports Grill, the ICC Wesley Foundation, Choice Palm, Kegel Eye Center, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the ICC Alumni Association, and the ICC Foundation.